You felt it, that electric hum in your chest when the world's chaos swirls around you, yet you stand unshaken, a lone pillar in a storm of noise. You've seen the herd scramble for approval, chasing shadows of status, while you walk a different path, guided by an unshakable inner fire. It's not that you're broken or lost, it's that you're wired for something rarer, something most can't even fathom. You're a Sigma male, and that's why you're a mismatch to most people. Welcome to Sigma Male community, where we don't just accept your unmatched nature. We celebrate it, sharpen it, and turn it into raw, unstoppable power. Today we're tearing into why you don't fit the mold, why that confuses the hell out of everyone else, and why it's your greatest strength. Buckle up, because this is about to hit hard. 1. The hierarchy opt-out. While society fixates on climbing slippery ladders of status, kissing rings, chasing titles, and bowing to invisible kings, the Sigma male stands off to the side, watching with a cool, detached gaze. You don't reject authority out of spite, you just don't see it as the yardstick of a man's worth. Power plays and ego flexes bounce off you like rain on stone, leaving you unfazed while others scramble to prove themselves. This isn't chaos, it's clarity, a deep knowing that real strength lies in mastering yourself, not groveling for a throne someone else built. Leaders expect you to kneel, followers beg you to lead, but you do neither. Your serene indifference isn't loud rebellion, it's a quiet gut punch to a system obsessed with rank. They don't get it. You're not playing their game because you're on a different board, where respect isn't handed out with a title, it's forged in actions earned through grit. The Stoics nailed this: focus on what you control, let the rest crumble. You live it, and it leaves them scrambling to figure you out. Picture this: a room full of suits, all jockeying for the loudest voice, the shiniest badge. You're there, silent, sizing up the circus with a half smirk. They think you're aloof, maybe arrogant, but you're just free from the exhausting charade of proving your place. That freedom terrifies them because it exposes how fragile their ladders really are. This mismatch isn't a flaw, it's your edge. While they waste energy climbing, you're building something real, a life of substance, not symbols. Society might not know what to do with you, but that's their problem. You're not here to fit in, you're here to stand out unapologetically on your own terms. 2. Truth as the only currency. Forget the polite lies and sugar-coated fluff the world runs on. For you, authenticity isn't a buzzword, it's the blood in your veins. You speak with razor-sharp precision, every word a deliberate strike, not a careless spray. Silence isn't a void, it's your forge where raw thoughts hammer into truth the Stoics prized as the anchor of a rational life. Most people drown in chatter, you cut through it like a blade, and that's why they're drawn to you, and scared of you, all at once. Your voice doesn't fill space for the sake of noise. When you talk, it's because there's something worth saying, something real, something that lands heavy. People hooked on small talk and fake smiles squirm under that weight. They're used to gliding on the surface, not diving into the deep end. Your honesty doesn't bend for comfort, and that rawness is a magnet for the few who crave it, and a repellent for the rest. Imagine a conversation, someone spinning a web of flattery, fishing for a reaction. You don't bite, you just look them dead in the eye, letting the silence do the work. They falter because you see through the act and they know it. That's your power, a commitment to what's real no matter the cost, rooted in a stoic refusal to waste breath on anything less. This sets you apart, way apart. Most people trade in half-truths to keep the peace. You trade in reality even if it stings. They'll call you cold, but you're not, you're just done with the bullshit. That's why you're a mismatch. You live in a world they can't handle, and it makes you untouchable. 3. The self-contained ecosystem. Dependency is the glue that holds most lives together, friends to lean on, systems to fall back on. Not you. Your mind's a fortress, a self-sustaining machine where every problem's a puzzle you solve alone, every battle a silent war you win in the dark. This isn't pride, it's survival, honed by a stoic trust in your own resilience, a belief that what's inside you is enough to weather any storm. Help feels like an invasion, a crack in the walls you've built. You've got your own tools, logic, grit, a quiet strength, and you wield them like a master craftsman. Connection? Sure, when it's worth it, when it's real, but you don't need a safety net to feel whole. That's alien to a world that thrives on leaning, borrowing, begging for support. Think of it. Someone's offering advice you didn't ask for, pushing into your space. You nod, maybe, but inside you're already 3 steps ahead, solving it your way. They see isolation. you see independence. They see stubbornness. You see a man who's learned to stand without crutches, a man who's faced the void and come out stronger. That's the mismatch. Society's wired for interdependence, for hands reaching out. You don't reach, you build. They'll never get it, and that's fine. Your power's in your solitude, your ability to thrive where others collapse. You're not broken, you're bulletproof. 4. Solitude, the sacred fuel. Crowds light most people up, they sap you dry. Solitude's not a punishment, it's your oxygen, the quiet furnace where you sharpen your mind and recharge your soul. This isn't about hating people, it's about needing space to think, to create, to be, a need the Stoics revered as the path to inner peace. You're not running away, you're running toward yourself, and that's a frequency most can't tune into. They'll try to drag you out, insisting you're missing the party. But the party's noise, not life. It's a distraction from the clarity you find alone. That shell they want to crack? It's your temple, your war room, where you wrestle with the big questions and come out sharper. To you, solitude's sacred. To them, it's a ghost they can't face. Picture a night alone. No voices, no demands, just you and the stars, or a book or a thought that won't let go. That's where you thrive, where your strength ignites. They don't see it, they think you're lonely, lost. But you're not lost, you're found, grounded in a stillness they'll never understand. This is why you're a mismatch. The world's addicted to the hum of connection, you're fueled by the silence within. They'll keep pushing but you'll keep retreating, not out of weakness but out of power. Because in that quiet, you're unstoppable. 5. The uncompromising inner compass. Society's got its rules, unspoken codes, traditions, paths you're supposed to take. You don't buy it. Your guide's internal, a steel-hard compass forged from reason and gut, not some dusty playbook. This isn't about being a contrarian, it's about living true like the Stoics did, chasing virtue over applause, logic over dogma. You'll walk the rough road if it's yours, and that's that. Conformity's a straitjacket, you'd rather burn than wear it. You're not loud about it, no protests, no banners, just a quiet sidestep off the highway onto a trail you've carved yourself. People see defiance, you see integrity. They see a rebel, you see a man who's asked the hard questions and found his own answers. Imagine the pressure, that's not how it's done, they say, pointing to the herd. You shrug, keep moving. They're mad because you won't bend, but bending's not an option, it's betrayal. Your code's not up for debate, it's the bedrock you stand on, the North Star you follow when the world's lost its way. That's your mismatch. They want you in line, you're already miles ahead, charting your own map. They'll call you stubborn, strange, but you're just free to live by what makes sense to you. And in that freedom, you're a force they can't touch. 6. Depth over distraction. Small talk's a slow death to you, weather, gossip, empty noise. You hunger for the deep dive. Ideas that twist your mind, questions that demand real answers, truths that hit like a freight train. It's not arrogance, it's a craving for meaning, a stoic chase for wisdom over wasted breath. Most people skate on the surface, you're plumbing the depths, and that scares them. You're not rude, you're just done with fluff. A conversation's got to have meat, something to chew on, or you're out. They'll call you intense, but you're just alive, sifting through the static for signals worth hearing. When you find that rare soul who dives with you, it's fire. When you don't, it's silence, and you're fine with that. Think of it, a table buzzing with chatter, everyone laughing at nothing. You're there, quiet, waiting for a spark, something real. They think you're bored, you're just starving for substance in a world stuffed with cotton candy. That's your strength. You don't settle for shallow, and it sets you apart. This is the mismatch. They're happy splashing in puddles, you're swimming oceans. They'll never get why you won't play along, but you don't need them to. Your power's in the deep, and that's where you rule. 7. The bullshit detector, always on. You've got a sixth sense for fakery, flattery, posturing, crocodile tears. It sets off alarms in your skull. You don't just spot it, you feel it, a visceral twitch that says, this ain't real. It's not judgment, it's instinct sharpened by a stoic love for what's true and a hatred for what's not. Navigating a world full of masks wears you out, but you can't switch it off. Corporate games, social climbing, empty promises, you see through them all. It's like X-ray vision, the hidden agendas, the fragile egos, the lies dressed up as kindness. You don't call it out every time, you don't have to. Your quiet stare says enough, and it rattles them more than words ever could. Imagine a meeting, someone's grandstanding, All hot air and fake smiles. You're not impressed, you're repulsed. They think you're detached, you're just allergic to the charade. That radar's your shield, keeping you clear of the muck most people wade through without a second thought. That's why you're a mismatch. They're fine with the game, you're done with it. They'll say you're too serious, too hard, but you're just real, and real doesn't bend. In a world of smoke and mirrors, you're the one who sees, and that's your edge. 8. Loyalty forged in truth, not proximity. Loyalty's not a handshake or a shared zip code. It's a pact, sealed in respect and raw honesty. You don't hand it out like candy, you forge it, slow and deliberate, with those who match your wavelength. It's fierce when it's real, but fake it? Not a chance. This isn't coldness, it's a stoic focus on what lasts, not what's convenient. Family, old friends, neighbors, they don't get a free pass. If the connection's hollow, you're out. If it's true, you're in deep. People don't get that. They think loyalty's a debt you owe, not a bond you build. You're not here for obligation. You're here for the real, and that throws them off. Picture it. Someone's leaning on "we go way back" to guilt you into sticking around. You don't flinch, you walk. Then there's that one guy, quiet like you, who gets it, who earns it. That's your tribe, small but ironclad. They see distance. You see quality, a loyalty that doesn't rust. This is your mismatch. They want easy ties, you want true ones. They'll call you heartless, but you're not. You're just selective, and that makes your loyalty gold. In a world of flimsy strings, you're the anchor. 9. The outsider's lens by design. You're not just outside the circle. You're up on the ridge watching it all unfold. It's not awkward, it's deliberate, a perch that lets you see the gears turning, who's bluffing, what's breaking, where the cracks hide. You're not lost in the play, you're studying it, like a stoic sage stepping back to see the truth behind the noise. Most people don't even know there's a ridge to climb. This isn't a choice, it's how you're built. You process life like a scientist, picking apart the patterns while others swim in the current. That distance gives you clarity, insights they'll never catch, but it also sets you apart, a man apart, seeing what they miss. They think you're detached, you're just awake. Imagine a crowd cheering some hollow victory. You're there but not there, your mind's already peeling back the layers, spotting the cost, the lie. They're caught up, you're above it, free to move when they're stuck. That's your gift, a lens they don't have, a view they can't reach. That's the mismatch. They're in the thick of it, you're beyond it. They'll call you strange, but you're not. You're sharp, untangled from the mess. And that's why you thrive where they stumble. 10. Freedom as the ultimate metric. Success to most is a paycheck, a pat on the back, a nod from the crowd. Not you. Your measure's freedom, the space to think, to act, to breathe on your terms, unshackled by anyone's leash. It's a stoic truth, real liberty's in your head, not their hands, and you live it like a creed, guarding it with everything you've got. Anything that cages that, jobs, rules, needy ties, you'll ditch it fast. It's not reckless, it's ruthless clarity. You know what matters and you won't trade it for scraps. They see chaos, you see a life stripped to its bones, built for you, not them. That's power they can't touch. Think of it, someone's dangling a golden carrot, status, security, if you'll just fall in line. You don't blink, you turn away. They're stunned because their prizes mean nothing to you. Your prize is the open road, the clear mind, the day that's yours to shape. This is your mismatch. They chase chains dressed as rewards, you chase the wind. They'll never get why you won't grab their bait, but that's their loss. You're free, and that makes you a king in a world of pawns. 11. The intensity mismatch. You don't do halfway, when you're in, you're all in, a force that burns hot and steady. Work, thought, connection. It's full throttle or nothing, a depth that demands the same in return. It's not loud, it's heavy, a quiet weight that fills the room, rooted in a stoic drive to live fully, no scraps left on the table. Most people can't match that voltage, they flicker, you blaze. They feel it, your focus, your presence, like a storm brewing under calm skies. It's not pressure, it's you, unfiltered, alive in a way they're not used to. They'll back off, call it too much, but you're not here to dim yourself down. You're here to ignite, and that's your strength. Picture a task. They're skimming, you're digging, hours in, still locked on, fueled by that inner fire. Or a talk, they're coasting, you're cutting to the core. They're winded, you're just getting started. That's your edge, a relentless, all-in spirit they can't keep up with. That's the mismatch. They float, you dive. They'll say you're intense, overwhelming, but you're not. You're real, and real's rare. In a world of half measures, you're the full damn thing, and that's why you're untouchable. You've just walked through the wild, untamed land of the Sigma male, where freedom's your crown, truth's your sword, and strength's your shield. This isn't some feel-good talk, it's a call to arms, a blueprint for living raw, real, and unbound. At Sigma Male Community, we're not here to coddle you, we're here to fuel you, to arm you with the wisdom and grit to conquer your world, stoic style. You're not a mismatch by mistake, you're a mismatch by design, and that's your power, own it. Don't just sit there, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, drop a comment that roars, and share this with every man who needs to hear it. If you're already in, turn on those notifications, don't miss a damn thing. Reflect on this, live it, breathe it, and join us, because here you're not alone, you're unstoppable. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, where legends are forged.